Yo, it's yo boy, Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. We got NFL preseason week 2 power rankings. We got HBO Hard Knocks live reaction. I'm ready. I was going to wait till this was over, but I figured I'd hop on and go over the list, say what up to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Or actually, it's not even Monday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. See, I don't even know what day it is. It's crazy. It's just been such a crazy week for me. I'm blending the days in together. All right, baby. We got John Gruden in the room. Let's see what he has to say today. I'm ready, though. But, yeah, it's crazy how when you do so many games, play-by-play and reaction, and you're grinding, and you got 2 jobs. You got the regular job, and you end up getting the YouTube and everything that's going on. You're grinding. Sometimes you lose track of time because you're just grinding so hard. But we'll wait for a few people to hop in the room, and then we'll go over my NFL preseason week 2 power rankings based off preseason alone. Nothing else. Not based on how they're going to do in the regular season or how it's going to go, but basically how I feel the preseason has gone up to this point. And we'll talk about some HBO Hard Knocks. Pierpont, what to do, my guy? So this will be interesting. I knew Gruden. I saw some things on Twitter with people that are in there. Yeah, I can always watch it later, but I'm watching it while I do it because I was going to wait till the stream was going to be later on. So, Duck Dude, Damon, Piaquadio. I can do both. I can multitask, Damon. The Snooge, y'all the best. Carbon Gaming. The 2 mics make it echo. Why not just use one? I heard 2 is better. So guess what? I'm using 2. I don't mind. Ronald Darby did 11 on 11s today. Progress. Nice. Oh, man. Anytime you get someone impersonating Gruden, it's hilarious. But I got a great show, and I got a good list that I'm going to go over. I'm going to multitask. I'm going to yell for no fucking reason. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, Duck Dude says it's not echoing. He said deal with it. Yo, Chafino, what to do? Awesome. 2 birds, 1 stone, all that. What's good? What's good, my guy? It's great to have everyone in the room. Like I said, I could have waited till this was over, but fuck it, right? I can do both. BOFF. And I'll go over my list, and I'll be able to go over my top 5. And it's not going to be what NFL put out on NFL.com. It's not going to be ESPN. It's not going to be how, the teams are based off regular season, right? It's purely on what we've seen in the first 2 weeks, right, in preseason alone. So it's not going to be like anyone else's list. So I'll try to do my best to watch the show, go over my list, talk with everybody, and see how everyone's doing. I can't believe I thought today was Monday. I guess when you're grinding so hard with 2 jobs, you don't really know what day it is anymore with this job, and then obviously, with the YouTube. But I hope everyone's having a great day. And I'll go over kind of some of my honorable mentions as I watch this in the background as well. So these are the teams that we have so far in preseason. Ooh, 10 hours. Damn, Pierpont. You grinding, big dog. So we have quite a few teams that are 2-0 in preseason. You can take something away from that. Not all the numbers are going to be something that will translate to the regular season, but I want to be able to, shout out some of the teams that I think that are playing well. As far as some of my honorable mentions, even though they're 1-1, right? You got the Titans with a +12 differential at 1-1, and the Kansas City Chiefs at 1-1 with a +11 differential. Obviously, we're not seeing a lot of Mahomes and a lot of the starters, out there. So obviously, I'm not going to have them in the top 5. And then the Niners, right? I have a +17 differential. I like that. They're playing good football right now. They're 2-0. Vikings, +15 differential. They're 2-0. Raiders on Hard Knocks right now, right, with a +18. And the Steelers with a +12. So we got a lot of different teams that I have that are 2-0. But let me go over my top 5 NFL preseason week 2 power rankings. All right, let's start it off with number 5. Number 5 is a team that's 2-0. They got a guy that struggled last year as a rookie quarterback. He's really starting to take off. I like this team a lot. I think there's a great chance for them to make the playoffs this season. Yeah, I said it. Playoffs. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Bills Mafia, and I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. Week 1, 24-16 against the Colts. Week 2, 27-14 over the Panthers. Josh Allen looks great. I like the defense. I like the line. I like every piece of this team, including Coach McDermott, right? They got a plus 21 differential. They look legit to me. I think the Bills are going to have a shot to be able to do something. Not every team I have in this top 5 is going to the playoffs, but I'm just saying from what I've seen, I really do like the Buffalo Bills and the Jets to contend. They're not going to beat New England and the AFC East, but don't be surprised if the Bills or Jets make a wild card this season. Number 4. Number 4 is a team that was one of the worst teams in the league, like Tampa Bay. Everyone felt sorry for them, right? Then you get a guy at quarterback and changes the swag of the whole organization. Then you make a big trade with the Giants and get Odell Beckham Jr. Now everyone's hating on them. They're paper champions. They're going to be horrible. They have no chance to win the AFC North. We will see. I could see them making a wild card this season. They'll have to fight for it. They'll have to earn it. And I'm not sure about Coach Kitchens. He might have to get his ass out the kitchen after maybe week 6, 7, or 8 possibly. But I got the Cleveland Browns at number 4. They're 2-0 as well. Plus 23 differential. Week 1, 30-10 over the Redskins, which was impressive in my book, right? And then week 2, 21-18 over the Colts. So even though Baker didn't play in that second game, I do like the progression of the Browns. People are clowning, people are hating, but the bottom line, I love Baker Mayfield. I don't know what you're really going to get through Odell. He'll probably get injured halfway through the season. Landry's stats will go down. Njoku's will go down. Chubb and Baker's will go up. Right? And the defense should be better than advertised. Look for the Browns to make a name and make some moves. Number 4, Cleveland Browns. Number 3, it was tough for me not to put this team number 2 or 1. I absolutely 100% love their quarterback. They lost a lot. They've lost a lot on the defense. They've lost a lot at wide receiver. I just talked about one of the guys that they just lost at wide receiver. No more Landon Collins. No more Olivier Vernon. No more Odell Beckham, right? All the receivers are banged up, hurt, or suspended. Golden Tate, what are you doing? Number 3, I got the New York Football Giants. Plus 28 differential. Week 1, 31-22 against the Jets. Impressive. Daniel Jones, 1 drive, touchdown pass in the back of the end zone with the fade route. I was fucking impressed. Week 2, 32-13 on the Bears. Daniel Jones, to me, can be the best quarterback in this draft class. I know that's saying a lot, but I'm not sold on David Johnson being David Johnson. The line for the Cardinals is fucking horrible. Kyler's going to have to really earn it. The defense fucking sucks for the Cardinals. Haskins, I feel, can be a talent as well, but I like Daniel Jones's confidence, his pocket presence, eye manipulation. I like what I have from the Giants. Are they going to make the playoffs this season? No. Right? But moving forward, they have their Eli replacement. And if you have any doubts that if it can be him or Eli day 1, week 1, you could put Daniel Jones in there. I think they're going to play harder for him. Eli will start week 1, but look towards week 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Daniel Jones will get his shot, and he'll never, ever look back. I love him at quarterback, the best one I feel in this draft, except for maybe Kyler Murray. Those two will be battling it out. And obviously, they're going to have to get more talent. And as we go to season 2, we'll be able to see how good they are really progressing. Same thing with Haskins. Number 3, New York Football Giants. And again, this is only preseason. Obviously, I'd have the Chiefs and the Saints and the Rams, right? If this was a regular, power ranking list in the regular season. Eagles as well, so let's not get it twisted. We're doing week to week preseason. That's what it's about. Number 2 is a team everyone's sick of, but they keep bringing it. Right? Just when you think he's going to retire, he comes back even stronger. The backup looked nice, and Jarrett Stidham, they might have their heir apparent to Tom Brady unless they trade him away to get more pieces. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the New England Patriots. Plus 33 differential. Week 1, 31-3 against the Lions. That shocked me. Number 2, week 2, 22-17 against the Titans. I mean, you're going to be able to beat up the weaker teams, but N'Keal Harry, Stidham, Winovich, I was really impressed with them. God, I'm ready for them to kind of roll over and die. I'm looking for someone else to be able to take over the spot of the top team in the AFC. Can the Chiefs do it this year, or the Steelers, or the Colts, or somebody else? Absolutely, but they're going to have to earn it. And the Pats keep reloading with third, fourth, fifth round talent, and at the end of the first round, getting a N'Keal Harry. It's a sleeper. Unbelievable. Number one is a team that has been dominating in preseason. Their quarterback is going to be under the pressure cooker, okay? They got a kicker in Justin Tucker, who's amazing, probably one of the most accurate in the game. Lamar Jackson, if they want to be able to go better than 8-8 and surpass the Browns and then beat the Steelers and get first place again, you're going to need Lamar Jackson to be able to dominate. Plus 42 differential, week 1, 29-0 against the Jags. I didn't see that coming. Week 2, 26-13 against the Packers. They look like they're the real deal. Lamar Jackson led them on drives in both games. It is preseason. I get it, right? But I like the progression. He got bigger. He got stronger. Less body fat for the fat, right? He's got more muscle. It doesn't look like it's affected his arm and his throwing motion. So we'll see where it goes. Number 1, the Ravens. So let me go over the list again. Number 5, Bills. Number 4, Browns. Number 3, Giants. Number 2, Pats. Number 1, Ravens. And a big part of it is the differential and how they're beating the teams. And I want to give a shout out. Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, and Jarrett Stidham. Those 4 quarterbacks, to me, have looked the best so far in preseason. And a lot of the guys haven't played in both games, but I like what I see moving forward. But we also got to give a shout out to the Niners, Vikings, Raiders, Steelers for being 2-0 as well. I don't think a lot of people thought that would happen. And the Chiefs and the Titans, even though they're 1-1, have a plus 11 and 12 differential. That is my motherfucking list. I'm watching Hard Knocks. I'm sweating. I'm grinding. And let me go back up and take a look at some of the comments of y'all. Pierpont, yo. Yeah, I know Hard Knocks is on, Damon, but I'm doing it. Duck Dude. I did a video earlier of the hardest hits of week 2. I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to check it out. It's an amazing video. Good compilation by Beast Mode Highlights. So I hope you guys love it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button on that one as well. And hopefully as we move forward, we can have some exciting games for week 3. Dress rehearsal, so you're going to be able to see your starters play coming up Thursday and onto the weekend for our first half. And it'll really give you a kind of a gauge on what your team's going to look like as we go into week 1. Damon says, Darby's looking good. I like that. Chafino's in the room. What it do? 2 birds, 1 stone. 6-ing. Richard Rodgers got carted off the field. I saw that. How is he? I mean, is he going to be able to come back? What is he looking like there? Your boy's sweating over here, grinding. Where's Mr. Wentz? Will suck while limited in the pocket. I don't know, right? Most wanted says Seahawks, number 1. Duck Dude, I says no. And then he said Cowboys, 32. So we'll see where it goes. 10 hours a day by Mr. Pierpont. He's grinding. He said you got some hail, Damon, in your area. We had some pretty good weather over here. It's been pretty nice and sunny here in the Northwest. We haven't really had anything too crazy out here. Pierpont says the Giants are playing good. They are. I mean, for a team that's going to be bottom of the NFC East, Daniel Jones, I kind of wish that they would just start him week 1 without the politics, just to be very honest, regardless of the schedule, regardless of who they're playing. I mean, Kyler Murray, Haskins, and Daniel Jones are all good enough to start, but with the politics involved, they won't. All 3. Well, Kyler Murray will start week 1, but as far as Daniel Jones and Haskins, they won't. But I kind of wish they would go against the grain. Fuck it. Put them in, Let's just see what the guys can do. The Giants and the Redskins more than likely aren't going to make the playoffs. So is it really going to matter if they sit for 4 games or 5? Put them fucking in there. Let's see what they can do. And you can tell the players are playing harder already for those guys rather than Eli, Case Keenum, or Colt McCoy, or whoever the fuck you have back there. I mean, that's big facts in my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that they could do it right away, week 1. And I like what I'm seeing from those guys. It's impressive. Especially for me, Daniel Jones. We saw Haskins with like the 50 TDs. I saw that in college at the Ohio State University. Obviously, with Daniel Jones going to Duke, it's a basketball school. We didn't know how good he was going to be, right? Some people had an idea, but not that high at 6 in the first round, right? And Kyler is Kyler. Undersized, great arm, right? But he could be a Russell Wilson-ish kind of player. A little different. He might not be able to, scramble as long as Russell. Russell's got a little bit more meat on his bones, but we'll see. Because all it'll take is one big fucking hit by a linebacker, and then one of those guys might be sidelined. Who do you think will start Week 17, Daniel Jones or Eli Manning? Well, I think Daniel Jones will start before Week 17. Or not Week 17, sorry, as you said, Week 1 with a question mark. I thought it said towards the end of the season. Yeah, it'll be Eli, just for politics, Mark 4. But like I said, with that, I want Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you're going to lose a lot of your games anyways. The way he's controlled the offense, the way he's calm in the pocket, they're just playing harder, and they don't have a whole lot of weapons out there. I mean, you got Saquon, right? He's going to dominate. But I want to be able to see those guys have chemistry together, and it's nice to be able to see that, like, maybe Gettleman wasn't an idiot. Maybe this was the right guy. I mean, you could have had Sam Darnold, but to be honest, the way that it looks now, Saquon and Daniel Jones is going to be better than Sam Darnold and someone else, unless it was Sam Darnold and maybe like David Montgomery, even though he went in the 3rd round. But this combo of Saquon and Daniel Jones, I think they made the right decision. I mean, at first, I didn't really know. I was sold on Saquon, but you know what they say about running backs getting drafted too high. It's never going to work. But Saquon's like once-in-a-generation kind of talent. I mean, you got Zeke and a few other guys, Kamara, Run CMC, that are similar in talent as well. But, Saquon is special. You know what I mean? He's going to be one of those guys that can get a rushing title, more than one. And he's a freakish athlete, Saquads. So we'll see where it goes. But I do like the Giants' potential moving forward with the quarterback and running back position. But they're going to have to grind. They're going to have to work. And they're going to have to draft well in the next few years. Because I'm not sure how many players are going to want to go there to the New York Football Giant organization. And that's big facts. All right, let's see here. Let's keep scrolling down. Ravens, 6 Ink says, yeah, I think that they've impressed me. I didn't think that they were going to be that good. Damon says, we fucked up Lamar in joint practice. He said, what do you think of Taysom Hill against the Chargers? Amazing. Right now, bottom line, Artisan, Taysom Hill's better than Teddy B, period. Taysom Hill could be the backup quarterback, period, right? When you're stiff-arming guys to the fucking grave twice in one game, and you have great mobility, great range, right? You have good movement in the pocket. You can go through your progressions. He made Teddy B look like a fucking junior high Pop Warner kid out there, and he looked like he was a starter, in the NFL. Big facts. So I don't know about Teddy B moving forward, that if they're going to cut him, but he went down the depth chart in my opinion, and if you just keep Teddy B there based off experience and name recognition, you're going to be hurting yourself if Breeze gets nicked up for a game and gets like a sore elbow or a sprained ankle. You're going to lose if you have Teddy B, but if you throw in Taysom Hill, he can win you the game, and he's more than a game manager, and it really surprised me. Yeah, there were some backups out there, I get it, but Taysom Hill, obviously with the thumbnail that I put on with the last highlight package with the hardest hits, he really has been one of the guys that stands out in preseason. Daniel Jones stands out. Taysom Hill stands out. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things you weren't expecting him to play that well, and I think he'll continue to do so. And at some point, if his name gets called, he's going to be able to answer the bell and take off with it. I feel kind of bad for Teddy Bridgewater. People root for him, right? He's had the injuries. But Taysom Hill, though, telling you, if you watch the tape, I watched the whole entire game. After the game was over, I broke down the tape. I watched it again. He looks like a guy that not only could start on a team, he looks like he can lead a team. And I'm not saying he's Drew Brees. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying that he's Carson Wentz or Ben Roethlisberger or Tom Brady, or Russell Wilson. But I'm saying that if anything happens to Drucifer, right, Breezes, right, you can put him in confidently and hang, and he can win you a game. He could get you 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Maybe 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, and 1 rushing. I mean, I like his skill set of being all around. He can run, he can catch, right? He can block, he can do punt return, kick return. What the fuck can Taysom Hill not do? He can fucking do it all. Probably the most all-around athlete that I've seen in the NFL, period, that could do everything. Kind of like Devin Hester-ish, even though Devin Hester can't obviously play quarterback. But, with his ability that you could have thrown him at the running back spot, wide receiver slot, punt returner, kick returner, Dion, prime time. He could play corner, he could play safety, he could play wide receiver, he could play kick returner, punt returner. There's very few athletes that can play this type of football. Bo Jackson, another guy, incredible athlete, baseball, football. There's not a lot of guys that I feel that can do so many things on the football field. But Taysom Hill, if you didn't know who he was last year, you were sleeping. You're woke now, as the millennials will say. And then moving forward, if you didn't watch the Chargers and the Nolans Saints, you better go back and watch the tape, because that was probably the most impressive thing that I saw all weekend. And I also want to be able to touch on Jalen Smith with the contract. So you need to get Dak paid. You need to get Zeke paid. Zeke who? Jerry Jones says, right? And then all of a sudden, we damn boys. You don't even pay those two. You don't even pay Coop. You pay the guy on the defense. But more than likely, that was the right move. You want to make sure you get your defense solidified. Take care of your O-linemen, your defense, because that's going to be more important. But you definitely need to lock up those two guys. But it kind of makes you wonder, what is Jerry Jones doing? Is he really trying to play that chess move? Because if you play that chess move and Zeke decides to sit out for the whole year, that means no playoffs more than likely for the Cowboys. We damn boys, even though I really love Pollard, and I think that he could definitely help them get close. But with all the competitive teams, Seattle possibly, Falcons, Panthers, we'll have to kind of see who's all in the mix. Vikings, Packers, because the Bears might win the division. There might not be enough wiggle room for them to win with Pollard unless he breaks out and has one of those amazing seasons with that O-line, which is fucking possible. That's my hot take, baby. So I want you guys to comment below. What did you guys think about Jalen Smith? The money, was he overpaid? Do you think it was just right? Were you surprised that they paid him first over Zeke or Dak? I know I was a little bit. You know what I mean? If you look at his stats, he's the real deal. They got AB on the TV right now. Obviously, helmet issues, frostbite. But yeah, Taysom Hill, amazing talent. I love him. One of my favorite players in the NFL. And Marcus could say the same thing. He loves him also. Wentz has been having a good camp so far. Damn right he has. Sick and tired of the people clowning. Sick and tired of the people saying that he can't make it. I think he will make it. I'm really confident in that, But we'll see where it goes. Finally caught a live feed. We know it's Nola, baby. Christy, how are you? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Donate to your boy if you think that I'm worth the donation. And I went over the list as more people come in the list after Hard Knocks is over. We'll see how long I go. I already did a video earlier today. Marcus had his son's, Pop Warner practice. So obviously he's going to have to be taking care of family and, going to his son's practices. But I'll hold it down in the time being when he's gone. And like I said, we're on the grind. This is going to be the biggest year for us moving forward for the Northwest Sports Fanatics. But Christy, I'm glad that you're in the room. I know you've probably been pretty busy with your job. Once we have Saints on TV, obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams, and hopefully the Saints are going to be there. I know one that's going to be on for sure is going to be Seattle Seahawks with the Nolans Saints come to town to the Northwest. I almost want to go to the game because Tampa's coming November 3rd, and I think Saints are coming within the first couple weeks. If I can get tickets, I might go up there, but I don't want to miss out on the reaction from the Seahawk fans and the Saints fans in the live room and the live chat. So we'll have to see if I decide to stay here instead. And then Sixer, damn, W10, Chargers, bolts up. Bro, why must our team get raped by injuries every year? The O-line is like garbage like always. Yeah, and it's tough, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, the Chargers get beat up, but they also draft players that have a history of getting injured. So think of it that way. You also have to look at your organization, and they take chances. Verrett, Bosa, right? Derwin James. They knew he had an injury, going in. Tampa was going to get him, and then they passed. And then, to develop into the best safety in the game besides Byard and Jamal Adams, it sucks, dude, because you guys went from a team that was an automatic wild card team or division winner with the Chiefs. More than likely the Chiefs were going to win it this year. Chargers could have got in with 10, 11 wins or 12. But now, no Melvin Gordon, no Derwin James. There might be a chance where you guys might not recover, and it might hurt you guys, even though you got Adderley and a few other pieces that I really like, Ingram, you got pieces out there, but it might not be enough if other teams overachieve, like the Bills, the Jets, the Browns, and a few others. Maybe even the Ravens. I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But definitely disappointing. I was really rooting for him. And I always root for Phillip. I always root for him to be able to, get a chance to get to the AFC Championship game. Anybody but the Patriots at some point, you would think. It's a switchblade if a player. Absolutely. I mean, can you guys comment anyone else that you have felt that's been more of a switchblade type of player than Taysom Hill? I mean, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys there's some Saints fans in here, but also there's fans of the NFL. But I watch his career very closely. I know Marcus does too, and a lot of you guys do as well. He killed it. He absolutely killed it. And I feel bad for Teddy B because, I mean, if they keep him at that number 2, they're going to be doing the team a disservice. But he'll get in at running back, quarterback. I mean, they can plug him at wide receiver. I mean, you can really plug him in anywhere. Use him as a decoy, which they might. And then obviously Trace McSorley on the Ravens, they're copying that same type of Taysom Hill, game plan where you had a QB that was successful at Penn State, and they're going to try to use him the same way. But let's be real. Trace McSorley cannot do all the things Taysom Hill can do, at least so far. I haven't been able to see him, stiff-arm guys into the grave like he did, pow, 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 which was pretty amazing. Yeah, Taysom number 2, Bridgewater number 3, no question. I mean, you could pretty much get rid of Teddy B at some point moving forward. I hate to say it, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Yeah, and they're still more comfortable with Teddy B, but I mean, Teddy B looked nervous out there. He didn't look comfortable in the pocket. Taysom Hill, it's natural to him out there. It's not even close. Like if we're talking like Madden rating, you're going from like a 9 with Taysom Hill, 9.5, to Bridgewater at like a 6, Everyone saw it if you watched the game. I know you did, Calvin. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to go by name recognition and politics, but you got to go at some point. The best fucking player needs to be there. Taysom Hill definitely deserves that spot, and I hope he gets a shitload of playing time, and I hope they can dominate the NFC South, even though I'm a Bucs fan, right? I want the Saints to dominate the South and try their best to be able to get to the NFC Championship game because I think that they deserve it. Breeze deserves it, This team deserves it. It's going to be a tough road. Bucs will be better with the coaching, but at some point they'll flatline. Panthers and Falcons will definitely punch them back, but how many punches can they take before that Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara haymaker comes with Michael Thomas with the elbow drop from the top rope? You might not get up after that, especially in the dome. You ain't winning there, right? I'm a Bucs fan. I know you're not winning there, and that's big facts. If Breeze comes back next year, Teddy B is gone anyway. Big facts. True. Teddy looked good in the first game, but Taysom looked like a starter in both games. See? And that's a good evaluation. He did. It's just one of those things. I haven't seen someone so comfortable as a backup. You could argue he's the best backup in the league. You could argue that. And how many teams could Taysom Hill start for in the whole entire league? There's probably at least 4 teams that you could have him start for. I'd probably take him over Jameis as long as he doesn't make as many mistakes as Jameis. Jameis to me is an idiot. You could probably have him start there, compete with Nick Foles on the Jags, probably compete with Mariota and Tannehill on Tennessee. I mean, there's definitely a few teams that, you could just throw him in there and see what he could do. I mean, I'm not saying that he's going to be a guy that is going to be moving forward and a starter and he's going to be a Pro Bowl guy and he's going to be like the best player in the league. I'm not saying that, but I was impressed. A lot of people are impressed, with his skill set. Big fucking facts. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I really enjoyed watching him play. Troll Patrol. He said, walk it to him. Shotgun snap. Taysom Hill throws. Caught in the end zone by Taysom Hill. Now kick the extra point. Comes out Taysom Hill. It's good. Commentary provided by Taysom Hill. All right. Nyland Saints. Troll Patrol. Great profile pick, he says. All right. I got the Raiders. About to go into this game against the Cardinals. We'll have to see what AB can do as well. You just need to save that money and come party in the quarter for a lot. Yeah, I can't wear my Bucks gear, though. Or maybe I'll wear my Oregon Ducks. You know what I mean? And then you guys can let them know, hey, that's Orion from Northwest Sports Fanatics. Don't try to beat me up. So who's got the live stream? Omar says. Trace is going to be the GOAT. Trace McSorley? He was pretty good at Penn State. You know what I mean? I know you're out in that Philly area. But he's not going to start over Lamar, though. But, he'll be used, as that switchblade. That's big facts. Ain't no party like a no-love party because a no-love party don't stop. That's what I've been hearing. I need to go. For real. So Teddy B was sick during the game, 16 said, so don't go too hard on him. Sick or not, Taysom is better. Taysom's better. Bridgewater's inconsistent. Sean Payton said he was sick. Excuses. But again, I want to see Taysom face starters and second string. I do too. But also, when he gets plugged into the lineup against first stringers, he usually does pretty good. When they give him the ball to run, he runs people over, right, from last year. When you see him throw, he's usually throwing touchdown passes or complete passes. He just looks comfortable. It's rare. Switchblade. Looks good. Yeah, he is a great story. Daniel, that's a great point. A very good story with a player like that. A guy that doesn't quit. A guy that's had the injuries. Bill Romanowski, what to do? Don't forget we got Jared Cook, of course, man. I know everyone that you guys got. Traquan Smith, Kirkwood. I know, Ted Ginn. Come on, man. I'm all about the roster and the Nolans Saints. I have been hearing some things, though, that they're saying that they think AK-41 can't carry the load. But I think he'll prove everyone wrong that he can. J.J. Trilla, he said, we damn boys. We got Dak. We got Zeke. We got Jalen Smith. Man, what do you think, man? You like that? I know you like it. Especially defense. I'm a defensive guy, so anytime defensive guys get paid, you know what I mean? You had a little bit more money than I think Kuechly. And then you had Bobby Wagner up there, obviously being paid a lot, with the contracts. But, I mean, you could definitely say Jalen Smith is a top 4, inside linebacker, period. Obviously Bobby Wagner and Luke Kuechly are the best, right? But Jalen Smith, based off production, I mean, if you want to be a hater and say, he's just a Cowboy player, I hate him. But the reality is he would have been a top 5 pick when he was coming out if it wasn't for that nasty injury that he had. Notre Dame has really been able to produce a lot of talent. We'll see what McGlinchey can do, but Quentin Nelson is possibly a Hall of Famer. Jalen Smith could be a Hall of Famer if he keeps it up, and can be consistent and doesn't get the Sean Lee bug and get injured. But I love him. I would take him on the Bucs in a heartbeat. And since he's been hurt, he's been playing a shitload of snaps, and he makes a difference when he's out there. So, JJ, I think you got yourself a winner. I don't know if you like that, overpaying Zeke or Dak, or how that, rubs you the right way or the wrong way. But eventually, Jerry Jones is, playing chess right now with the money. But I like Pollard. So if Zeke sits out the whole year, I mean, I like Pollard's chances of getting 1,000 yards and 8, 9, 10 touchdowns, especially with that great O-line. And that's me not being a hater, me just pointing out facts. I think that they could be good with Pollard, but we'll see. Oh, Calvin says, give me Roquan. Roquan Smith from Georgia. He's going to have a big year. He's going to break out this year. Same thing with Bradley Chubb. We already saw it in preseason against the Niners, right? He may have more sacks than Vaughn at the end of the year in that system with Vic Fangio. So we're going to have to see. But I had a feeling that they were going to go and pay someone else before Zeke, but I didn't think it would be Jalen Smith. That was interesting. But, I mean, it's good that they got it over with. A friendly deal, absolutely, before, he gets more stats accumulated where they're going to have to break the bank for him. And obviously he knows that they're trying to, DeMarcus Lawrence and him and Van Der Esch, you're trying to, Byron Jones. I mean, you're trying to keep the defense and the O-line, as solidified as possible for as long as possible. So would you choose Kay Adams as your number 1 draft pick? Me? Damn right. Number 1 pick in the 2020 NFL draft. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and O-Dog select Kay Adams from Good Morning Football. That would be my number 1. Damn right. Sexy, knows football. If I can meet her one day or be a guest on the show, with me and Marcus or, however it happens. Best show on TV, period. Good Morning Football. I try to watch it as much as I can. Great insight, not biased. They have good guests on there. They ended up having Chris Long today. He was sporting the Rasheed Wallace homage shirt. It was pretty cool to see that. Old school little throwback t-shirt of Rasheed on the Blazers. One of the best Eagles and one of the best guys off the field, period. Chris Long. people kind of sleep on him, and obviously if they've watched his dad and Howie Long, they know. But the Long family has got some great talent, and that's big facts. Kay Adams, though. He said, I'll take Deion Jones, too. Okay. So Raiders, they're showing right now on Hard Knocks, obviously with the preseason game. The Cardinals, though, you knew that, gosh, their team is horrible. And I've been hearing a lot of people grabbing David Johnson as far as like in the fantasy ranks. God, I wouldn't pick him at all. I mean, I have no confidence in David Johnson or that line, period. So, Six, I hope your girlfriend is fine with listening to you go gaga over K. Hey, it's Kay Adams, though. You know what I mean? What can you say? You know what I mean? It's the best show on TV besides the Northwest Sports Fanatics because we're on here on YouTube. Believe that. But, I mean, she does a great job. You know what I mean? It's not just because she's a pretty face. She knows football, and obviously working on a show, you're obligated to know football. But she seems like the type that if she wasn't on Good Morning Football, that she still would do fantasy. She still is a fan of the game, and I like that. You know what I mean? When you get females involved in football, it's fun because some of them are a lot smarter than the guys want to give them credit for. We got Jessica Solstice Beat, that's from Alaska, big Seahawk fan. She knows a lot. I mean, you'd be surprised at how much knowledge she knows about the Seahawks. She might not know a lot about all the players, but I think she would surprise you on a good majority of the top-tier teams. She knows, and I like that. Do you and Marcus work? Absolutely. I mean, if this is my second job, man. It's hard. You can hear my voice. It's still gone. I grinded and did, 6 games in 3 days? I did 3 on Saturday, play-by-play and color, right? 2 on Sunday. 1 yesterday, 5 of them by myself. That's tough. I don't see anyone else on YouTube doing 3 games in 1 day, play-by-play in color, 6, 7, 8 hours straight, no bathroom break, no food, just straight water, grinding. Yeah, but we both are managers, account managers for Verizon Business. So we call business owners in Boston and New York, set them up with Fios internet, TV, and phone for businesses. It's a pretty difficult job, so we work at... wake up at 4 in the morning, and then we work from 5:45 until 2 p.m. West Coast time, and then as soon as I get off here, I start working, grinding for show ideas, original content, and also doing videos. I did the hardest hits from Beast Mode Highlights Reaction Week 2. So I'm always grinding. Marcus is going to try to show up as much as possible, once we get to the regular season. But like I mentioned, for all the times that, he can't, I'm here. You know what I mean? I know the Cowboys and Texans play, I think at 4 on Saturday, right? And I was thinking about maybe doing the Miami and Florida college football game, but I know we got a lot of Cowboys and Texan fans out there, so I'll probably just record the Miami and the University of Florida, the Gators, and I'll probably just watch that later after the preseason game, even though that the college football game means something more than the preseason. But it is the dress rehearsal, so I am kind of concerned, and I want to be able to kind of check out the Cowboys and Texans because those are 2 teams that could make a playoff run. And I know JJ Trilla, if you had a chance, you'd be in the room there. So more than likely, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of football. Thursday night, we got 2 games. We got the Browns, I believe, and the Buccaneers on NFL Network, right? And there's a doubleheader, and it's kind of weird because they normally don't do that. So I'm going to be reacting to both. Marcus is going to hopefully come through. So in the game for week 3 on Thursday, check this out. So Thursday, you got Jaguars and Dolphins. Maybe not the most, crazy matchup, right? But then after that, on Friday, it's Browns Buccaneers at 4:30 my time, West Coast on NFL Network, and then the Bills and the Lions at 5 on CBS. So I'm going to do both. So I'll start off with the Bucs and the Browns, and then after that, we'll do that first 30 minutes. The starters will be in there. Then I'll cue it over to see Josh Allen, and then we'll go bounce back and forth between the games. And I'll do play-by-play in color, and hopefully Marcus can stay for at least a first half. I'll complete the whole game for both of them, and it'll be fun. Be kind of cool to be able to see. I just wish they spread them out. One was at 4 and one was at 7, but at that point it's 10 p.m. Eastern time. So, but yeah, we grinding, man. Where are you located? Washington? No. Nike headquarters, Beaverton. Right where Nike is, where the headquarters is at. So, yeah. So even though I'm a Mariner fan, I'm a Blazer fan, most people say, why aren't you a Seahawk fan? I'm a Bucks fan because I like defense. Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, they just didn't have it for me back then. But Oregon Ducks, all the games I get to see, I go to a bunch of the games. Mariners, I go. Blazers, I go. Bucks are the only team that I don't get to go see, but I'm going to see them November 3rd. I saw on Ticketmaster, if I get second row seats, they're like $400. So I can get 50-yard line seats for about $400 or sit on the 40-yard line for about $400, $500. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I'll probably go live. Even if I have to go to the game by myself, I'll drive up there with a 3-hour drive, wear the construction hard hat with the Bucks logo on it. Because I got to see them. Because if I don't see them, they're not going to play them again until I think 2022, and that'll be in Tampa. And then in 2025, they'll come back to Seattle. So if I don't see them, I'm not going to see them for like 6 years. So I got to see them. I got to see them this year. So, I know it's a lot of money, but if I'm going to go to the game, I'm going to go big. I'm going to try to sit within the first 4 rows behind the Bucks bench so I can yell at Jameis and tell him to go steal some crab legs and get the fuck out of there. Get out of here. I don't want you in Tampa no more. But it'll be cool to see Evans and Godwin. Devin White, I would be really excited to see him. Levante David. I mean, hopefully all the guys are healthy at that point. But what is the most that you guys have spent on a sporting event for a ticket? Have you guys spent 100, 200, 300, 400? What's the most that you guys have spent on a single ticket, or your family has spent on a single ticket for NFL, MLB, NBA, or hockey? I kind of want to see if any of you guys are, spending the money like I'm thinking about spending the money, because I could spend like 200. That's what the tickets cost for the Broncos and the Seahawks when we had 4th row, but it was preseason. But, I mean, if you love a team, you're going to do it. Calvin, big baller, roll tide, 700. Is that for 1 ticket or 2? Is that the pair, you and your girl, with the 5 kids, 6 kids coming? Or is that just you, just baller style, just 700? Because you live in Georgia, right? So you're like enemy territory. Did you go to see Georgia, Alabama? 2 for me and my girl. Man, crab legs from the fish market in Seattle. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, once Jameis goes there, he might not even show up to the game. He'll just be down there. At the Pikes Market right there, trying to catch the fish and stealing them. It's just, that's a lot of money though, 700. I had another buddy that I went with to the my boy Justin, Jay Graves, that went to the Denver game with the Seattle and then the Edgar Martinez bobblehead. I won't expect him to pay $400 if I'm going to go see Tampa, even though I went to go see his team and paid the 2. But LSU Alabama National Championship. No, you didn't. Did you really go to that? Wow. Well, that's expensive if you're going to a game like that. But Super Bowl, Natty, Rose Bowl, NBA Finals, if the Blazers ever made it, if I had the money, I definitely would do it. If the Mariners ever fucking make the playoffs, and if they got to a point where they actually were good, which probably never will happen, but if they got good and made it to a World Series in the next 40 years, if I'm still alive, I probably would pay big money. You know what I mean? Obviously, me being a big Ken Griffey Jr. guy, I'm a junior guy all the way to the end. Randy Johnson, Ichiro, but I don't know if it'll happen. You probably got a better chance with the Ducks making an Addy or Blazers making a Western Conference Finals again or NBA Finals, even though the West is going to be fucking stacked. I can't wait to do NBA reactions because a lot of y'all don't really know. Me and Marcus know just as much on the NBA side and college basketball as we do NFL and college football. We just don't really do as many in the past, but I think you guys will be impressed. If you guys, once football ends, we're going to have to transition into something, so... LOL, hey, she gave me free Saints tickets, so I had to treat her. Nice. Well, there you go. That's one of my dreams, though. I want to go down to the South, not only to eat, the food, because obviously with the gumbo and all the food, the seafood, because I love seafood. I'm a big seafood guy. My girlfriend is, too. Anytime they do, Red Lobster, Crab Fest or Lobster Fest, I'm all in that. I'll spend $100, more, $150. I don't care. I love seafood, and going down there would just be amazing, just with the whole atmosphere. Even though right now I'm grinding and I'm not really drinking and smoking and partying like I used to because I'm on the grind, but just the whole environment going down there would be fun. I'd love to go down there sometime because, I've only been, Oregon, Cali, Washington, Japan. I mean, that's it. So I haven't really been able to travel too far, but yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of money, bro. So maybe you and me are the only ones in here like bossing it up. But yeah, I told some of my friends, 400, and they said, damn, you're going to spend 400. But think about it. If it's your favorite team, NFL, and you aren't going to get to see them for 6 years, and if you decide not to go, how much regret you'll have. You know what I mean? It's not like I can just hop on a plane and go to Tampa. I mean, I guess I could, at that point. But, I mean, if it's only a 3-hour drive or like a 3-hour and 30-minute train ride, fuck it. You know what I mean? I want to see them, even if they get rocked, even if they score 3 and they lose 30-3 with Russell Wilson, just being able to see that talent. Devin White, like I said, is going to be a monster. I love Levante David. He's my favorite player on the roster now besides Devin White. So, and Mike Evans in person would be sweet. So, you and Marcus smoked that. Yeah, and stuff. I mean, it just depends. Here, it's illegal. So before, you had your local guy, friend, right? But now you got dispensaries everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. Like every block has one. You go down the street, there's a dispensary. You go down another street, there's another competitor. You can get, the prices are insane for, what it used to be if you wanted to get some. Now it's like you can get something like ridiculous, and it's legal. You know what I mean? So, and I knew it was going to become legal here in the Northwest, but out here, it's totally different than around the country. Like, we have some of the best out here, period. Bars, dispensaries, strip club, just overall mountains, Mount Hood, skiing, snowboarding, beach, oceans, nightlife. I mean, they got pretty much everything. Camp, yeah. I mean, it's crazy, too, because when you go into one of these dispensaries out here, they don't got like 1 or 2 or 3. They got like 25 or 30. So it just depends on how much money you want to spend, and you don't even got to spend that much. So, Troll Patrol, Moe's. Are you talking about seafood? Don't be talking about Moe's. That's my favorite, bro. Lincoln City. Is that what you're talking about, bro? Are you talking about Moe's in Lincoln City? That's the spot, bro. I can eat there. That's like one of the best out here in Oregon, period. Fresh seafood, it's fire. Oh, Troll, you know it, dude. Moe's is my favorite. Me and my girlfriend, we go there. All my buddies, we link up and we go there. They got the other one, I think, like in Newport or one of the other spots on the coast, but that one's like the original one. It's kind of dumpy and it's small, right? The one in Lincoln City is fire. That's the best one. Right on the water. Damn, that shit is good. They got the clam chowder inside the bread bowl, so they hollow out the bread bowl and they put the chowder in there. Fuck, it's game over, dude. That shit is so good. Damn, okay. Now you got me hungry, Troll Patrol. You know what it is. So you and Marcus. All right, yeah. For sure, man. I don't know. Marcus, him being a Redskin guy, I got love for all the teams, man. It's kind of cool, though, because a lot of people have reached out and given me their number, email, and they said, whenever, if I get enough money, I need a place to crash, or you want to go have a beer, or, go link up and go to a game or watch some football together. So that's cool, because I'm one of the guys, you know what I mean? We can watch a game, Monday Night Football together, hang out with the fans. We'll have a great time. You know what I mean? I can drink beer with the best of them if I want to go down that route, too. And I love to eat. So even though I'm on a diet right now and I'm trying to lose weight because of my family's got diabetes in the family. My dad's got it. He had the stroke. So I'm really trying to lose weight and really be careful about, what I eat and exercise a lot, and then this grind with YouTube too, so that way I can be healthy for y'all, going throughout the football season and feel good about myself. You know what I mean? You don't want to get just kind of fat and let yourself go. You know what I mean? Especially if you have that in the genetic pool. You know what I mean? So. Oh, no hail damage with Damon. That's good. Right on time for the Wheat Talk, he said. Ruiz. What it do, man? How are you? You having a great Tuesday? At the beginning of the video, I said it was fucking Monday. And I'm not even drinking or doing drugs or nothing. I was like, I'm grinding so hard doing all these fucking, streams. And I got my regular job on top of it. Sometimes I just lose track, of what day it is, unless there's a game on. Obviously, I should have remembered since we did Monday Night Football and Marcus came over. But you know how it goes. Sometimes when you're grinding hard, I don't know how many of y'all got 2 jobs or work 10 or 12-hour days. Sometimes the grind is real, and you're just so in the mode of grinding that it happens. Ryan Schrick, what it do, my guy? How are you? Are you excited for the Gators to just pound the shit out of this Saturday? God, man, I got so many games. And then my dad's Dodgers are playing the Yankees on a 4-game set, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So, fuck, I might have to go visit him but I don't want to miss out on any of the play-by-play and reactions, for the live streams for the game. So I'm going to have to decide on, if I do go to his house on Sunday, I'm going to have to be able to leave before that Steelers game in the afternoon on Sunday night. So I'll have to kind of figure it out, but I'm going to grind though. Oh, if you move out west, bro, you have no idea. Like when you see high times, if you smoke, me and Marcus, long time, it's not like something that we just, started, but it's almost incredible because you could just drive around within 30 minutes and probably see 7 different ones within 2 different cities or 3, just driving around in the burbs and just in different areas here in Portland and other areas. And then the quality is insane. You know what I mean? And it's super cheap now since it's legal. So I mean, if you're local D-boy, that don't exist no more because you got no way to compete. No way to compete. You know what I mean? You go out there and you get something super cheap and it's fire. That's crazy. It's nice living out here. And then the beer out here is good. IPAs, and they got regular beer and lots of places to go to, lots of sports bars and places to kind of breweries. And then if you like the strip clubs, they got a bunch of them out here too. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people come out here to the Northwest, Oregon and Washington. They never go back. They come out here and then they kind of fall in love here, with the passion of the people. And we're really nice out here too. I think that's one thing for people that don't live out here in the Northwest. Once they come, they are shocked on how nice and genuine people really are. I mean, you get your dicks, and people that are assholes. But I don't know where it is, in certain parts where you guys live. But if someone is pulled over and they have a flat, there'll be people that will actually pull over and ask for help, or if you need help, or they'll help them, change a tire or see if they need AAA. Open doors for people, say hello. Sometimes you go in your local place and someone says, "What's up?" and they're like, "Oh, you want to fight?" or whatever. You know what I mean? I know when Marcus he goes back to DC, I know sometimes he gets scared out there, just with the gang activity and just kind of some of the neighborhoods aren't that safe or whatever. So when he came out here, it's kind of a night and day difference. So yeah, it's cool. And then you get a lot of different races of people out here too. In California, Oregon, Washington, you get Asians, you get Mexican, you get get the brothers, you get the standard just white people, and you get the Russians. I mean, it's pretty much any type of race. It's all up in Cali, Oregon, and Washington. It's all intermingled, so it's pretty cool, man. Everyone gets along for the most part. Every once in a while, you'll have some crazy debate type stuff that goes downtown where they're fighting a little bit and scrapping, but I mean, other than that, with some of the protests that go on from time to time, other than that, it's good. It's Gucci. So 18-hour days, Calvin. How many kids are you trying to have? You told me 5. You said, I got 5 on it, like loonies. You said 5. Then you told me 6. You wanted to have a starting 5 in the NBA and a 6-man like Lou Will, right? Now you working 18-hour days. How many you trying to have? You trying to go Phillip Rivers on me? You trying to have a 10 spot? Damn, that's a workload, bro. Say never smoke, don't drink, but yeah, most people do. Like I said, for me, I used to party hard. You know what I mean? But after if your dad or someone in your family has a stroke, heart attack, you know what I mean? It changes your life, and for the better. So now I'm eating better, I'm exercising better, I'm grinding, and hanging out with you guys. I'm sacrificing the partying and hanging out with some friends that with this, I'd rather actually hang out with y'all because this is my dream. And I need to really buckle down and show the grind and show you guys how much I care about you guys. And it's fun because you guys are some of the smartest football fans that are out there, and we'll transition to NBA and MLB and other sports wrestling. But it's just refreshing when you guys comment on the things that you do, because whenever I talk to other people, with sports, you know how it goes when you go to a bar or some of your friends or a friend group, and then you get that guy in the group that thinks that he knows sports, but you can tell by just talking to him within the first couple minutes, they don't know shit. You can nod and smile or whatever, but I mean, it's kind of cool to be able to feel that you're on the same level with a bunch of different people as far as they love their team, they know the players, they know the coaches, the backups, they know some about other teams too. That's what it is, man. It's a nice little community here that we can all hang out. We can even hang out with Ski Up. We can hang out with Stephen A also. And then yesterday, if you guys weren't in the chat, and the Niners, right, and the Broncos game, oh boy was having a conversation with himself. Did you guys see that? Stephen A., right, from ESPN, and Skip from ESPN were both in the chat talking to each other. I don't know how that works out. What is that? Is that like you got a laptop and you got a computer and then you're going back and forth? Is that how that goes? But I'll take it. You know what I mean? As I told you boys, I need 11. Troll Patrol. He's like, oh, I see you. There's everything, bro. But you out in Washington, though, so. JJ, he's like, I like that. But 18 hours, bro. Yeah, that's seriously. And I'm clean, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things, if you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do anything, and it's just straight grind. I got 2 jobs. But I think you guys can see, like, the grind. Obviously with the play-by-play and the color and vibing. I respect you guys. And I know you guys respect the hell out of me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys. Six Ink says, Ryan, it's a pretty similar story for me and my dad. I know this is personal, but my dad tried. Oh, wow. Yeah. No, I hear you. So, that's some courage right there to even not only, if you were going to say that to my face, like face to face, but just even, type that out. I mean, that takes a lot of courage, man. Yeah, and that's a big thing also, me on the channel. I don't have a problem of kind of like opening up to you guys and being real. It's like my favorite channel, Vice Channel. I love people that are real. And when someone is real and they're not fake, you can sense it. When you meet someone, they're a good person or have a good aura, or you feel kind of they got some shadiness in them. You can tell, and that's it's one of those things. If you have a life-changing moment like that, it can definitely change you. When my dad went to the hospital and that happened, it blew me by surprise, and I was partying, pretty heavy, a couple times a week, sometimes more than a couple times a week, and I decided to give pretty much everything up, you know what I mean, and change my diet, exercise every day, I work out every day. After even I do 2-3 games, where I'm just fucking exhausted, but I still do it. But yeah, if you ever need anything, you reach out to me, Six Ink. Anytime you need to talk, email me, give me a call. I got you, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like, I think it's cool though, because if you open up, to people, like, I don't have to do it on YouTube or whatever, but I feel that it's like, it gives you that connection with me so you can see where I'm kind of coming from, Am I a Scorpion? No, I'm a Taurus. Like The Rock. The Rock's my brother. The Rock. The Rock says, all right, May 2nd. 10 years younger. He's my older brother, I'm a grinder. Tauruses are grinders, So, but yeah, hang in there, Six. That's crazy. Like my mom, like I told you guys in the previous stream, my mom went missing last year for like 6 months. She has no social media, no cell phone. She just disappeared, right? Police broke into the house, and they went in 2 different times, and I didn't know where she was, if she was dead or kidnapped, The police were contacting me and my dad all the time because they're divorced now, and I'm an only child, so it was like, I didn't know. And I still did all those football videos last year. You guys didn't know. You didn't see it on my face, you know what I mean? Then my dad had the stroke, and, you guys didn't, see that or know that unless I said it. Then my uncle died, you know what I mean, recently. So, I mean, it's crazy. Everyone goes through things, you know what I mean? But, it just depends on, how you get up from those type of things and you move forward. You know what I mean? And football brings us together, you know what I mean? And I'm happy that we got guys like you, Six Ink, and you know what I mean? And, it's important, Lawler, what it do? Yeah, and JJ, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, as far as like football fans, you got a lot of people that are just haters. And that's natural, when you're a fan, even when you're younger, you know what I mean? You get pissed off until the next week, you know what I mean? When your team loses, but as you get older, at least for me, it's like the kind of maturity process. But I just love greatness, and I don't care what team it's on. And I think that's why you guys respect me too. And anyone can watch this show, from a fan of the Cardinals to the fan of the Cowboys. A lot of people will talk shit, but like, I love talent, and it doesn't matter if they're on a team that a lot of people don't care for whatever reason, Patriots with just the jealousy of the wins or the cheating, and it just bothers them with Brady and Belichick of how often they're winning, or just the Cowboys fans and the Cowboys in general, just because they're one of those teams that people just don't like the Yankees, people are sick and tired of them, or, the Warriors because they were just winning so much, you know what I mean? But yeah, real recognize real, man, And I do this too, not that I have to, but I think you guys are worth it. You know what I mean? In that way that, when we first started the channel, we just did uploads, with highlights and without. So you guys didn't really get to see like our personalities really that much. And I'm not sure if Marcus will open up as much as me, but I feel comfortable with who I am in my skin. And you know what I mean? Like, that's why I like Vice Channel and Action Bronson. He's the realest motherfucker in this whole entire world. If you guys watch Vice, Fuck That's Delicious or any of his shows, he is a real one. You know what I mean? Go watch Vice Channel and watch Action Bronson and how he talks to friends, how he talks to his crew, how he talks to people, the other chefs, being a rapper / restaurant owner / chef. It's amazing just to see not him just get fucked up with his friends drinking and smoking, but just the way that he treats people. You know what I mean? People look at him as this kind of bigger thuggish kind of guy, and they judge him based off the throwbacks he wears or just like how much weed he smokes or how much he drinks. And, people are afraid of him and his clique. But real recognize real, man. If I can meet him one day, that'd be like a dream come true. I mean, there's a couple of them. Hollywood Hogan, new world order, brother, right? That would be great. Stone Cold Rock, would be amazing. Ken Griffey Jr., even though I already met him again, there's a few of them. But, I like people that are real like that, and you can't twist that, and that's why that network is really special. But, Six Ink says, continue. Life is important. Just to take it away from yourself, that moment I started getting more spiritual and positive. And the thing is if you treat people with respect, like for me, it's all about honesty, loyalty, respect, for not only the football fans in the channel, but just how I live my life, you know what I mean? Because you just never know what someone's going through, and if you do that, you know what I mean? You're going to be rewarded. People are going to be lifers. A lot of my friends are lifers, and I consider a lot of you guys probably with this channel are going to be lifers. We've already proven that we got the skill set, and we're entertaining, and we can vibe with y'all. You know what I mean? So I think you guys are worthy to know, my personal story. You know what I mean? You guys, I want you guys to know it, because you guys are kind of like the day oneers before we really get big. Once we get to 50,000, 100,000, once we get into that upper echelon, channel on YouTube, So May 1st, hey, Taurus, what it do? You know it. Grinders, right? Loyal, honest, hardworking, you know what I mean? A lot of the characteristics in the little, diagrams that they have, you want to go and read all the different things with the, what a Taurus is, what a Scorpio is, and all that. A lot of them are true for Taurus, that's on there. That's big facts, so. Yeah, but hopefully everything's good with you, Six Ink, and if you ever need anything, obviously you can always reach out to me on Twitter, or if you need my personal number, I'll give it out to you. No worries, man. But hopefully your dad is good. That is kind of a scary situation to see, but I can relate. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary when things like that happen. You know what I mean? If with friends or family and someone that needs mental help, or if they take their life and they're not here anymore. I mean, I've had friends that have done that too, and it's kind of a hard thing to get over, you know what I mean? But, you just got to take it a day at a time. And as long as you do that, just be happy that you're waking up, getting ready for this football season, get something to look forward to. So Sixing said, don't worry, my dad's fine. He said it was stupid. We're back to normal, but I take everything more positive. Yeah. And then being there for him, you know what I mean? Will probably be a big thing too. It says, Nox Andy subbed. Appreciate you. Solstice Beat, I was just talking about you. How are you? I said, there's one of the smartest fans in the room, on the channel, all the way in Alaska. Don't tell me that females don't know football. Solstice Beat, Jessica, how is the surgery going? Are you feeling better? Are the meds doing you good? Do you know where you are right now? Hopefully you do. Says Ruiz says Wentz stays healthy, Eagles #1 team in the NFL. So your dad is with the Lord, bro. Much respect for you talking about him. Props. Yeah, I got nothing to hide. Solstice Beat. What's going on? 16. Troll Patrol. They say the truth is found around Orion's belt. Damn right it is. You know what I mean? I've always been a real one. I think that's why people respect me in the grind, You'll have haters, that don't like you, or other channels that'll hate or whatever, but I don't care. No one's stopping me, man. I'm going to prove to everyone, not only in the room, but all the new subscribers and, anyone else that's on YouTube. There's some channels out there, and they're grinding, and they're doing a good job, and they're doing their thing, but there's no one out there like us out here and with the people that are in here, and that's big facts. JJ, how do you think Dak is looking The guy getting rid of the ball way quicker, and he's looking to get the bag. Oh, of course he is. A lot of people are going to talk trash, you know what I mean? And you and me can vibe, and because you obviously know that I'm not going to hate. I call it how I see it. Dual threat, right, is a winner. Most wins, since he's come into the league since Tom Brady. Comeback wins. He's a gamer. He has benefited from Zeke, elite running back, elite O-line, right, and elite defense. But the one thing he needs to work on, like I've said in past streams, and Jay, you know it too, is his completion percentage in the red zone. If he can do that, like Cam Newton, and just get a little bit better, make better decisions, right? And the line was banged up last year, so that was part of it. That Michael Gallup will take the next step. And if Gallup takes the next step, less pressure on Cooper, Witten might be able to give you something as long as he's not on the mic. I bet you can agree with that because that was not a good experience for me or anyone, right? But I think moving forward, that you just need to be able to build chemistry, continuity, and have him be confident. CCC, the big C's, and if he can do that and maybe get better at eye manipulation, like looking at one direction and then going to the other and not being so obvious with it. He's got room to get better, but a lot of people say, he's not worth it. But for the Cowboys, he is. And like I said, if you pay Zeke and you don't pay Dak, you don't make the playoffs. But if you pay Dak and not Zeke and you go with Pollard, there's still a chance that you can get 8, 9, 10 wins and be respectable and even make the playoffs as a wild card. Or who knows, maybe overachieve, and if something happens with the Eagles and then they win the division, I don't think that's going to happen this year just because, every year different besides my own in the NFC South. But he's definitely going to get the bag. And I don't think Jerry Jones he hasn't really rubbed him the wrong way. Obviously, Zeke and Jerry aren't really seeing eye to eye right now, but I think that deal will get done as well. Oh, Salsa Speed. It's all good. I'm glad that you're in the room. Like I said, you're one of the most hardcore female fans that knows football. I was just talking. I talk about you probably every stream, to be honest, because like I said, you're one of the regular females that goes in there. Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett, DK, Russell, Danger Russ. And I know how much you love Russell Wilson, and you tweet at him and, talk about him. And, and up in Alaska, I mean, that's what most fans are. Most fans in Washington, Oregon, Montana, Alaska are Seahawk fans just because that's the closest team. And Russell Wilson, it's kind of hard not to root for a guy like that. Michael Lawler says, hey, bro, as long as the channel exists, I'll be on it. This channel ain't going away anytime soon. Football is my escape from any of life's problems. Damn right. And like I said, with all the problems that I had going on last year and the stuff that's going on this year, if I never said anything, you guys would have never known, right? You guys would never have known anything was because I'm always in a good mood. I always spill out the big facts. I always give props to greatness on doesn't matter what team. And that's why this channel is going to grow because I'll be real with you and I'll let you know who I am as a man. You know what I mean? But then when it comes to football, I'll give you guys advice. We're going to be doing a Fanatic Fantasy Fridays that I made up, so that way that if you guys need fantasy help, if you want to donate, to me and I can help you guys, if you can donate, it doesn't have to be every time, but once we end up doing it on Fridays, I can help you guys with lineups, if you guys are going to trade, who you should start. And I know a lot of people pay people for advice like that, and there's other places you can go to pay money, but I can give it away for free, but donations will be obviously, something that will be great if you feel that, the advice is worth it, but I'm definitely going to be going all the different avenues, not only in just the NFL season, but fantasy's big. I want to be able to help people win money, win their league, win the respect, win the belt, win the trophy at the end, and fantasy's tough. You just can't go based on what ESPN or NFL.com has to say all the time because sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of times they are, they can get you in the right direction, but this channel can help you guys get over the top and get over the hump. That's big facts. Life is definitely difficult most of the time. I'm glad you're a part of this channel. Big facts. John Roberts, what to do? How's the new job search going? Cars, adios. He said CBD, WEED, SHOP, MAYBE. That might be your thing. I'm still laid up. Yes, medicated as ever, but trying to push myself. Okay, that's good. Solstice, beat, Jessica. You do realize even if you're medicated, right, that this isn't the Sports Fury, right? This is Northwest Sports Fanatics because I know you love both of the channels equally, right? I know you're a big part of both. Just want to make sure you know which room you're in. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I can't wait for your team this season. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, you guys don't really have the injuries like the Niners do. It's really lack of depth at certain positions, but Danger Russ might be able to get you 8, 9, 10 wins almost by himself, so we'll see where it goes. 6 Inc. He's like, I'm glad I'm part of the channel, but thanks anyway. Absolutely, man. It's like, I treat you guys like family, man. Galaxy is on Orion's belt. Damn right. You the GOAT. 6 Inc. Boom. The real GOAT is Omer. Yeah, damn right, right? I mean, gosh, I know there's going to be other people that donate like that, but God, when he just drops like $200, just imagine how that makes me feel. All the grinding, all the sweat, the blood, the tears, the hard work, the tape that I watch like a fucking scout, all the articles, going to every team website. I mean, that shit is not easy. And on YouTube, there's a lot of people that claim that they know NFL, and they don't. And that's why we got a lot of repeat offenders that come back here, because I'm going to entertain you, right? I bring the energy every time. You'll never see me be lazy. It's always going to be a good show. And you guys have great questions, too. And you guys respect my opinions because you know that I really am working for all the research, to put it in the right perspective, too. True, I get a lot of crap being a girl and a part of a sports talk. It sucks, but I try and back up my talks. Well, you do. And I see the pictures of you and your kids out there, you know what I mean? Hopefully they're supportive. And it's cool, man. I mean, I'm not sure. Did you get your fandom from like your mom or your dad or grandma or grandpa? Or is it just something that you just kind of got into with your kids or by yourself? Every story is different for sports fans on how they get started. But I think it's awesome, especially you're up in Alaska too. If you were in Seattle, shit, we'd probably hang out. I'd probably come visit you. We'd be watching Seahawks games out there, If you ever come to Washington, you should definitely hit me up. We'll try to maybe link up and go to a Seahawks game. That'd be sick. Because I'm going to be going this year, at least to a couple. Damon says, how the fuck you paid Jalen Smith before Dak, Zeke, and Cooper? Defense, man. Take care of your guys. I mean, obviously everything's been in the news about the offense, but if you think about it, I mean, Cooper is replaceable in my book. I mean, there could be other guys that could come along and give you similar production. Zeke and Dak aren't really replaceable, but Jalen Smith is one of those cornerstone pieces like DeMarcus Lawrence and Van Der Esch that you have to lock up, period. Byron Jones you could replace and get rid of him and get someone else, but those three, including Zeke and Dak, but then you see guys like Pollard, and play like he did, and it makes you, probably in Jerry's eyes, that gives him a little bit more leverage. Well, hey, Zeke who? And then obviously Pollard is not going to be Zeke, but it's like James Conner to Le'Veon Bell. How much was the drop-off? Do you feel confident with James Conner on Pittsburgh? I know I do. Do you feel confident in Juju and AB? The drop-off isn't that much? Exactly. You know what I mean? You can still be a great player. You might not be like top of the list, but how far is Juju behind AB, right? DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas? Not that far back. I mean, he's probably right there on the come up, getting close to like Mike Evans, and being there in the same category with like Thielen and a few of the other guys. I mean, I got Juju in like my top 7, top 8 in the league. I know you guys probably do too. At least I do. And the way that I see him growing as an athlete, I love Juju. And I saw him at USC. I'm an Oregon guy, Zeke who? We damn boys. We got Jalen Smith. But you feel me? He said up next, you see how many, all the linebackers getting paid. Yeah, agreed. And it's team friendly, right? And then CJ Mosley, obviously to me, all the guys that are up there are all Hall of Famers to me, right? So CJ Mosley, Hall of Fame. Right, Luke Kuechly, Hall of Fame. Bobby Wagner, Hall of Fame. And then you got Jalen Smith. He's not Hall of Fame yet, right? But if he plays his whole career there or a good chunk and he can keep it up on that same tier, he is going to be in the Hall of Fame consideration. I know some people don't think so, but I think so, especially coming back from that serious injury. That says a lot about a person. It's like the Derrick Rose factor, except he didn't get hurt as bad as Derrick Rose, but you always see guys like Derrick Rose fighting, scrapping. When he put up the 50 points for the T-Wolves, no one thought he could do that. You know what I mean? It shows the heart of a champion, and I can respect a guy like that. D. Rose could have been one of the best players the NBA's ever seen if he could have stayed injury-free, just like T-Mac, Anthony Hardaway. I mean, there's guys, all the guys up and down the list. Brandon Roy. I mean, just it sucks when guys get banged up and hurt, Josh Allen. I love him. I went over my list earlier, Roberts, Mr. John Roberts, and I can go over it to you with you. And it was the preseason week 2 power rankings. And I did have your Bills up in my top 5, and it was just based off how they were playing in preseason. I'll go over it again for all of y'all. So Zeke, who? I don't think Jerry should have said that, even if he was kidding. That was, to me, I would have took that as kind of disrespectful. You know what I mean? So Jets D-line is serious. Yeah. You think so? I love Quinnen Williams, right? CJ Mosley is the truth. I love Jamal Adams, and now Derwin James is gone, so now it's pretty much Byard and Jamal Adams. I love them, you know. Between Derwin James, Jamal Adams, and Kevin Byard, I mean, that's like Troy Polamalu, Ed Reedish, you know, all in that little category, you know. It's exciting to see, like, the next generation. Because for me, I like linebackers probably first, and then I think I like probably safety second. And then probably D-tackle and pass rushers, D-ends, third and fourth after that. But I'm just I like hard hits, you know, game changers at the kind of like the strong, you know, muscle positions. You know what I mean? Lawrence Taylors, the Brian Urlachers, the Kuechly's, the Wagners. I'm hoping Devin White can be in that category as well. Patrick Willis. I mean, I got a real big respect for linebackers, period. It's my favorite position. I know that's kind of odd because not a lot of people are like that, but Sean, the real Jordan. Hey, what's up, man? I'm a big fan of you guys, new to the channel. Awesome. Welcome to the channel, Sean. Hopefully you subscribed, shared the channel, smash the fucking like button. Go back in our library. I think we're over 600 videos deep. You know, this is going to be the most entertaining channel on YouTube that gives you facts, the grind, and we work harder than anybody else. And I'm happy to have you as a new bro to the channel. Bro, to go into NBA, college basketball. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be able to go over. And, you know, I'm excited to be able to see what happens with it. So, but I'm going to have to adjust this real quick. So 1 second. Sorry about that. So the stream tried to automatically end on me. I was like, come on, man. I didn't end the stream. But I appreciate all y'all in the room, and that's awesome whenever we get someone new. So Sean, the real Jordan, I appreciate y'all. Breaking Dolphins and Jakeem Grant agree on a 4-year extension. Oh, awesome. See, I always can count on Damon. P. Aquadio with the breaking news. Russell Westbrook is what D-Rose should have become. Agreed. Right. And what Brandon Roy could have been like Paul George. You know what I mean? Not as good of a defender, but that type of player, you know, that impact guy. I mean, could you imagine if LaMarcus would have never left and it was B. Roy, Dame, and CJ, and LaMarcus, Greg Oden? You know, just bad luck for my Blazers, you know. But at some point, I'm hoping that they can get a championship because, you know, the parade down here will be fucking lit. John Roberts, Tiger Raven. I said LOL. Let's see here. Let me keep moving forward. Troll Patrol. Foles needs a deep, tall, fast, deep threat receiver, and he'll throw long TDs. Well, they got DJ Chark, right, from LSU. So we'll see what he can do, but I'm not really sold on him. So Chark from LSU, he's a big body, but they need more. They probably wish they had Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns still, and that's big facts. So once the stream ends, I'm going to watch some of your older videos, see how much I cringe, and no disrespect. Yeah, you can go back. I mean, yeah, I mean, I bring it, you know what I mean? And so you just have to go back and look at the library. I mean, we got a lot to go through, a lot of different channels. I definitely have grown, you know. Hands down, my brother put me on this channel. He said the best sports channel is you guys, so definitely nothing but respect. Oh, nice. Your brother put you on it. That's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, we've been growing. Like I said, it's only our second year here on YouTube. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers, which is a pretty amazing feat if you think about it. We have full-time jobs, so it's not like we're full-time YouTubers. You know what I mean? To grow, you know, more in the channel. I work from, you know, 5:45 in the morning until 2 as a Verizon business account manager. Me and Marcus work together. We've lived together too. So we're on the phones using our voices on top of doing the YouTube. But we do NFL, NBA, college football, rugby, soccer. We can pretty much do anything. And that's awesome that, you know, your brother put you on it, man. And you're going to have a fun time for the ride, you know. And the main reason that people love this channel, and other people may agree, is I don't have bias. And Marcus is pretty cut and dry. I mean, he loves his Redskins and he loves his DC teams. But when we see talent and you know, amazing legends, you know, I'll call it how I see it. I'm a Bucks fan. The Bucks are fucking horrible. I'm a Mariner fan. They're fucking horrible. right? They're horrible. Blazers, they were horrible for a long time, and they would get bounced in the first round, but I still support, and I'm a Duck fan, big Duck fan. So, I mean, it's not like I'm a Patriot fan. I'm some bandwagon guy that's like, Patriots all the way. We wouldn't be where we're at if it was like that. But we're the hardest working channel out here, and I hope to earn your sub if I haven't got it yet. And I hope that you would smash the like button, sub to the channel. And then we get donations here pretty often. And any time if anyone feels that we're worth a donation, they drop it. Guys like Omer is like a super fan. He'll drop 200 to me, on a Friday. That's crazy. That's a lot of love from the fan base. But that's awesome. Tell your brother I said what's up. And I'm glad that he introduced you to the channel, because I feel that this is the best sports channel on YouTube. And it's just a matter of time until we get bigger and bigger. And there'll be other networks or other people, radio stations calling. But I'm still going to continue to be real and be here on YouTube. So your new subscriber or potential subscriber in the room and you commenting, I appreciate you, and I'm happy that you're in here, and I'm excited for you to be able to grow with us when we go into this NFL season. DJ Chark, Conley, 6'3" and 4'3". See, Calvin, I know. I watch a lot of SEC. I miss the Supersonics. I do too. I miss that I-5 rivalry. You feel me, troll? You know what I mean? That was some of the best games. Sean Kemp is one of my favorite players of all time. I got a buddy, Preston, Swaggy P, we call him. Big Sonics guy, more big Sean Kemp guy, to be honest. He's a Blazer fan like me, but we really miss the Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf, Sean Kemp, era. It was crazy. I wish they were still around. Maybe they'll have another team that comes back again, especially for Seattle. I mean, they're such a sports town. Seahawks, Mariners, Sonics, they should still be there, because I would go to games for sure. The Bengals will win the division. Now Joe is trolling. Okay, hook, line, and sinker, Bengals, he says. I mean, if they had like 5 A.J. Greens that never got hurt and 4 Tyler Boyds, avoid the Boyd, and maybe Ickey Woods from back in the day, and a few other players, back in the 80s when they were playing the Niners in the Super Bowl, they might have a chance, but, it is what it is. Never had an NBA team. Guess I need to pick one. No NBA team, huh? You just like watching NBA in general? I mean, for me, like living here in Beaverton, Portland area. I mean, I was like, 4 or 5 years old. I got so much Blazer memorabilia, but I got memorabilia of all the teams and stuff. But I mean, based on where you live, so what? You're not an Atlanta Hawks fan or anything like that. They never tickled your fancy. Dominique Wilkins, Mookie Blaylock. That never got you. Dominique was something. Human highlight film out in that area. No Anthony Davis. He's gone now. No Zion. So we'll see. No, hate all sports Atlanta. I know. You're Nolans to the very end. I know. I'm just kidding. I know. Oh, grandmama, yeah. Bro, I'm so old. See, when people don't realize like how old that I look super young, right? Well, most people say I do. So I'm 37, but I don't look it. So a lot of people think I'm like late 20s or early 30s, but I have a high energy and maybe just the good genetics or whatnot. But like I remember back then, grandmama. I remember watching UNLV when I was a kid when they had Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, and Greg Anthony. Right, with Jerry Tarkanian. I'm old as shit, dude. Like, I've been watching sports since I was like 4 or 5 years old, since like the mid-'80s, like 85. You know what I mean? A lot of people, are a little younger, or maybe they're a little older, but yeah. Grandmama, Muggsy Bogues, Hersey Hawkins, Alonzo Mourning. I can name drop with the best of them. Kelly Trupika. I can name drop with the best of them. You know what I mean? Joe says, serious, they'll be the black horse in the division. Well, they'll be last place in the division. I do like, Joe Mixon. I like Tyler Boyd a lot. He's like my favorite player on the team, but the defense is thin. If you want Cleveland to implode, Pittsburgh's winning the division at 11-5, and you got Harbaugh coaching there, better coach. You end up having Tomlin there, better coach. Kitchens, I don't know. The Bengals had their run with Dalton and AJ for a while where they would go to the playoffs every year and just lose in the first round, but they're just not the same team anymore. You know what I mean? But if they end up overachieving, that would be great. I love seeing teams that are kind of, on the bottom, like my Bucks, and then surprise people. You know what I mean? But I think they have zero chance of making the playoffs and zero chance to even get the wild card. Not to be a hater if that's your favorite team, but that's just my reality of breaking down the tape, watching the team. Their first rounder got hurt on the line. They don't have depth. They have so many holes. And even Joe Mixon, one of their best players, gets hurt all the time. A.J. Green gets hurt all the time. You know, Andy Dalton isn't really the greatest quarterback, you know, from game to game either. So, I mean, it is what it is. Sean, the real Jordan, one of our new subscribers, I hope. The last football game was horrible. Can't wait for football to be back on Sundays. I know. I mean, the grind is real. Like I said, when you see this channel, we used to do a lot of upload videos and reactions. Me and Marcus have great chemistry together where we make up nicknames, and then NFL and ESPN and these other networks will copy us with different catchphrases and whatnot. But we'll be doing a lot of live streaming, and like I said, you're going to see a lot of grind. I'll be able to do color play-by-play announcing for a lot of the games, and I can do 1 game 3 hours straight, 2 games 6 hours straight, maybe even 3 games as long as I don't kill myself out here. But it's going to be a fun season. John Roberts, he said, Bills Mafia, Buffalo wins the Super Bowl. He said, stamped it. Oh, man, you love it. I look 47. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Joe. He's like, if you say my Bengals aren't going to do anything, you 57. I appreciate that. I know I'm old as fuck. But I don't feel old. I feel young at heart, so. Said, be careful. My Saints can make y'all go 0-5. Just saying. 81. I look young too, but he said it's the weed, bro. Hopefully, down the road, if I'm worth it, maybe I'll be worth a donation. So Sierra, new to the channel. Did somebody tell you about the channel, a friend or a family member, or did you just kind of stumble upon it? And who is your favorite team in the NFL? Do you have a favorite team in the NFL? Comment below. I always like new people hopping in the streams. So that way that you can see what people are recommending and who they like. Let's see here. We play the Chiefs week 1. Okay. See, people even welcome you, Sierra. See, look at that. The fan base here is very welcoming here. We talk sports here, but this is going to be one of the most hardcore sports channels that you've ever been in if you've never been in one. Calvin Griffin says, Browns, Bills, AFC Championship. Could you imagine? Watch for Ryan Finley. I watched him at NC State. I know who he is. Right, he might be better than, I don't want to say he's better than Dalton right now, but I mean, we'll see if he gets a chance to play. I watched him. I know who he is. I look up Sports Channel. I'm a Browns fan. Awesome. Okay. I love Baker Mayfield, right? I like Nick Chubb, Odell, Jarvis Landry, Njoku, right? Denzel Ward. I'm familiar. So, if you like Browns, I'll be doing a lot of Brown stuff throughout the year. So, if you want Browns news, you don't want any bias, you just want to be able to hear straight facts, I mean, you'll get it here. So hopefully I'll be able to get your sub if I haven't got it, and we'll have a good time. We're grinding for 20K. Like I said, we've been doing the channel here on YouTube for only 2 years. This is our 3rd year. But me and Marcus have been recording since like 2012. So it's been a long time coming. This is our dream here, to be able to do full-time YouTube and not have to do a full-time job. But, we're grinding, full-time job and YouTube. So it's definitely one of those things. It's tough, but it's worth it. Yeah, there's some Browns fans that come in. I imagine once they start winning games and Baker starts dominating, you know what I mean? You're going to end up getting a lot more Browns fans, not only in Cleveland, but across the country. I was actually going to work about a week ago, and I saw a guy with a Browns jersey on here in Portland, here in Beaverton, Nike headquarters here in Oregon, where I'm from. And I was like, damn, Browns? And I was looking close. I was like to see if it was like Peyton Hillis, or is it an old one, or is like, I know it wasn't Bernie Kosar, like old school, because the kid was younger and stuff, so I'm not sure if it was just something that he got at a store or got it from a friend and stuff, but it wasn't Baker Mayfield. But, well, he'll be a jersey that a lot of people start buying, and that's big facts. Not a lot of Jags fans. Duval, hashtag Saxonville. I'm all up to date with Jacksonville as well, man. If that's a team that you root for, there'll be some Jacksonville people that come through. There was a lot a couple years ago, and then obviously they had the down year last year, and some of them left. You know what I mean? Or maybe just were upset with their team, but they got a lot of players. Jalen Ramsey, Bouye, Miles Jack from UCLA. They got Josh Allen in the draft. I mean, I'm familiar. Players on players on players, man. We'll see what Nick Foles can do. We'll see what Fournette can do. I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to compete this year in the AFC South. It's pretty competitive there, but, I mean, they might be able to surprise some people. So, yeah. Hillis McFadden was crazy in college. Yeah, they were. But some guys cap out in college. So let me go over my list real quick for some of the people that are new so they can get accustomed to what it's all about. So I did NFL preseason week 2 power rankings, not the Chiefs or the New Orleans Saints or the Rams or all the powerhouse teams that we know are going to be good, right? Straight up teams that are playing good in preseason, not from NFL.com, not from ESPN, not from CBS, not from Colin. It's from your boy, Orion, all right, the one that matters, Northwest Sports Fanatics, all right? So, honorable mentions, let me just throw them out. Teams that are 2-0. Impressed me so far. Niners, right, 2-0. Vikings, 2-0. Raiders, 2-0. Steelers, 2-0, right? And then teams that are 1-1 that have a good plus-minus differential, right? Chiefs are plus 11 in their 2 wins, right? Or 1 win and 1 loss, excuse me. And the Titans are a plus 12. So not bad. So Niners plus 17, Vikings plus 15, Raiders plus 18, but they played a shitty Cardinals team. And the Steelers plus 12. So let's get into the list. So number 5 is a team that I think that can make the playoffs this year as a wild card. This team, John Roberts is in love with. If he could have a bromance with Josh Allen, he'd be married to him right now, stalking him at his door with a wedding ring in hand. Okay? Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills and the Bills Mafia. All right? Plus 21. Week 1, 24-16 against the Colts. Week 2, 27-14 against the Panthers. He is legit. He had a rough rookie year. 10 touchdowns, 12 picks. He's going to dominate this season. 25 to 30 touchdowns, 15 picks, somewhere in that range. He's going to probably have at least 4 or 5 on the ground. I like the running back committee that they have. Frank Gore, Shady McCoy, right? Yeldon, Singletary. They're 4 deep. They got weapons, right? You got John Brown, the burner, right? You got Cole Beasley, formerly of the Cowboys. They are going to be a better team this year. You got Edmonds at linebacker at 6'5", who's a beast. You got Ed Oliver from Houston on the line, is a beast. You got Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White at corner. You got Jordan Poyer from Oregon State at safety. You got pieces on pieces on pieces, and they got Sean McDermott, a good head coach. Your boy's name dropping. You know I know what I'm talking about. The Buffalo Bills, so far at week number 2, I got him at number 5. Number 4, we got a new person in the room, right, that likes the Cleveland Browns, right? Guess what? Number 4, it's your boy, O-Dog, going over the Cleveland Browns. Plus 23 and the plus minus. Week 1, 30-10 against the Redskins, Marcus's favorite team. 21-18 against the Colts. Baker Mayfield is the truth. Marcus thinks that he's capped out and he's got nothing left to get better. I disagree. I think that they will get better. They have a chance to beat the Ravens and the Bengals, get second place. I'm not sold on Kitchens just yet, but we'll see where it goes. Number 4, the Cleveland Browns. Number 3 has a quarterback that I'm most impressed with besides Josh Allen so far. Who am I talking about? Think about it. Who could it be? Is it Eli Manning? Hell no, it ain't Eli Manning. It's Daniel motherfucking Jones, okay? He's already got the respect of New York. He's got the respect of me, and a lot of people in the league think that he could be better than Kyler or Haskins when it's all said and done. At the beginning of the season, in preseason when it started, people didn't know how good he was. They said, Gettleman, the GM's an idiot. Well, maybe he's having the last laugh. Plus 28, week 1, 31-22 against the Jets. A back shoulder fade, obviously to the corner with some toe drag swag. We were impressed. 1 drive, 1 touchdown. He backed it up in week 2, 32-13 against the Bears, right? He's the real deal. Good footwork, good eye manipulation. He can go through his reads. He doesn't have any of his starting wide receiving core really out there. Golden Tate's going to be suspended, right? Shepard is injured with the thumb. You got Evan Ingram. You got Saquon, right? But you're going to need a hell of a lot more, right? Landon Collins gone. Olivia Vernon gone. A lot of pieces. A lot of thin pieces for the Giants. But I like where they're going. Daniel Jones and Saquon will be a nice 1-2 combo for years to come. Number 3, the Giants. Number 2, it's a team that always goes to the Super Bowl, it seems like. Winter is coming, as John Roberts would say. At some point, Tom Brady's got to retire. And his backup, right? Jarrett Stidham from Auburn has been playing fantastic football. Plus 33 in the first 2 weeks. I got the Pats at number 2. 31-3 against the Lions week 1. Week 2, 22-17 against the Titans. They got Winovich, who's been playing nice football. You got N'Keal Harry from Arizona State, who's going to be a boss in this league. He gets banged up from time to time, like Odell Beckham Jr., but he'll make those athletic one-handed grabs. I love him a lot. And Jarrett Stidham could be the heir apparent to Tom Brady. I like what I see from him. Number 2, the Pats. And then number 1, with the best plus-minus differential, plus 42 in the first 2 games, I got the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens flock. Week 1, 29-0 against the Jags. That was impressive. I did not see that coming. Week 2, 26-13 against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, right? Lamar Jackson. He let him do a couple drives in week 1, couple drives in week 2. He looks good. He's bulked up, right? His throwing motion hasn't changed. They got Mark Ingram, right, from the New Orleans Saints. You got Hollywood Brown. You got some weapons there. C.J. Mosley is gone, but you got Earl Thomas, so we'll have to see what that does. No more T. Sizzle. He's on the Cardinals, but I was impressed with what they have gotten done so far in preseason. Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, and Jarrett Stidham have played the best football at quarterback in preseason. And do you see how I do this? This is what I do. I give you the facts. I grind, and I make sure that you know winter is coming. So there you go. So Sierra, you're getting involved. You're seeing what it's all about. Sean, the real Jordan. We got 2 newbies in here. And hopefully, like I said, this will be something, as you see, we do videos a lot here. So we'll do uploads with the highlights. We're the best at it, I feel, on YouTube as far as reaction, me and Marcus. Good chemistry. We can definitely do that. Live stream, we can do that. If I do a live show, original show idea, I can do that. But like I said, it's making, I love that. Right? Dog pound. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Right? And then you end up going, Sean, he likes the Jags. Saxonville. It's awesome. I'm a Bucks fan. I live in Oregon. It is what it is, you know. And it's, Sean, it's awesome that your brother told you. What is your brother's name on the on YouTube? Maybe I recognize him, with his little tag name. Maybe I won't. I don't know if he does he comment at all in the rooms. So that'd be kind of cool if I end up knowing who he is. But Ed Oliver is going to retire Tom Brady in week 4. And then James Johnson said, hell yeah, my pet's going all the way. It seems like they've been going all the way for a long time. New here, bro. James Johnson, what up, man? You're going to get big facts here. Hopefully you drop the knowledge. As I name drop names and you go through it, no one is going to be as knowledgeable and have no bias like this chat and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. You're going to be impressed. James will be impressed. Sean will be impressed. Sierra will be impressed. I mean, this is one of these channels that's really taken off, and you guys can be a part of the growth, so I appreciate y'all. Being from the Northwest, I'm the only green bird in the Hawk's nest on my family tree, so I'll root for them too, but not week 12 fly, Eagles fly. Appreciate that. So we did a video earlier where I did a hardest hits of week 2. So Sean, right, James, and Sierra, if you guys didn't get a chance to catch that, go back after the stream is going to end here in a couple minutes. Go back and watch that. It's a very entertaining video. Me and Marcus usually do videos together as much as we can, but while he's gone watching his son play Pop Warner for the first season, then obviously I'm going to put it on the grind and, do it myself. So any other... Sean says, you and Marcus cool, and you all keep it real. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So we played our backups, but Lamar is improving. Yeah. I feel you. So you have to at least like one thing about your Bucks. Not Jameis Winston, though. Panthers fan, what to do? And then Sean and James and Sierra, this is one thing that I do that other channels don't do. Whenever I get someone that's a loyal fan, regardless of how many people are in the room, 5, 6 people or 6,000, if someone comes in and they miss the list or they miss the show, I'll go back and do it all the way from the beginning because that's the type of person that I am. I'm a real one. So how many LSU linebackers Tampa got now? 12? Man, it seems like it, doesn't it? So, Panthers fan, I just went over the list and finished it. We got James, we got Sierra, and we got Sean that got recommended by his brother, new in the chat, which is awesome, right? But I just finished the list, but guess what? I'll do it for you because that's the type of person that I am. All right, are you ready? NFL preseason week 2 power rankings, not New Orleans Saints, not the Chiefs, not the Rams, right? This is the list based off preseason alone, not NFL.com, not ESPN, not CBS, not Colin Coward, not Skip, right? Not Stephen A. This is mine. Yang, what to do? You're in here in time as well. Oh, it's no stress, bro. I got the voice for it. I got the radio voice. I'm grinding, bro. This is what I do. So let's just give a shout out to some of the, teams that are dominating right now. I was watching HBO, and now all of a sudden I got some guy in the background on Bryant Gumbel singing some opera shit or whatever. So let me change it to, let me see what baseball or let me actually see what NFL Network has got on real quick while I do my list. So 1 second, because I can't be listening to no opera. All right, NFL Total Access is on. Boom. NFL Network is where I'm at. All right, so let's check it out. 2-0 teams in preseason. No stress here. Okay. Troll. So would you consider Winston a bust as a first round second pick? You mean first round first pick? Because that's what Jameis was. Mariota was the second pick. See, I just dropped that little knowledge right there. Even if he was a second pick, it would be garbage. Jameis Winston is such garbage that I would trade a bag of chips for him. I would trade a Subway sandwich for him, a Burger King Whopper. There's a new Chick-fil-A down the road from my house with a chicken sandwich. I would trade him for that. He is absolute garbage, trash, right? I like guys that are respectable on and off the field. And Jameis is not it. If Jameis is going to steal crab legs and think he's entitled, I don't want him. If he's going to get a lift, right, and go get a burrito and grab the Lyft driver's ass because he's drunk and he says that was the reason, that's not a good human being. I don't want that on my organization. You feel me? Jameis Waxton. I like that. That's a good one. His asses need to get the boot, Sierra says, love y'all. Definitely watching more videos of y'all. Be safe tonight. Good night. All right, Sierra. I'm going to hold you to it. Sub to our channel, smash that fucking like button, and I expect to see you back here sometime soon. Jamarcus over Winston. Shit, Jamarcus sucked too. He just liked the lean. Like the syrup, So Niners, right? 2-0. Impressive. Vikings, 2-0. Raiders, 2-0. Steelers, 2-0. Teams that were 1-1 that I was impressed with the loss even. Chiefs and the Titans, right? Because obviously you didn't have your starters in that long. Chiefs have a +11 and a +12 for the Titans, with obviously the points that you're winning by in the two games, and in the game that you lost, you won big, at least in the first one. So let's go over the top 5. Number 5 is a team that I love moving forward, okay? This team can make the playoffs this season, okay? This team has got a quarterback that everyone is sleeping on. He is going to be one of the best in the NFL once some of the old-timers retire. Big Ben, Breeze, Tom, Brady, okay? Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, right? Rodgers, Matt Ryan. A lot of these older guys are going to be out. This guy has the strongest arm in the NFL, not named Patrick Mahomes. You may not know who it is. It's Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. He went to a smaller school. Then he went to Wyoming. People said that he's inaccurate. He's gotten better. He's got better weapons around him. They got 4 running backs deep, right? You got Shady McCoy. You got Frank Gore, Hall of Famer, right? You got Yeldon from the Jags. You got Singletary, the rookie. That's nice stability. John Brown from the Ravens. Cole Beasley from the Cowboys, right? You got depth. Mark Andrews, obviously we saw him at Oklahoma and Baker in that type of transition. Look for all the pieces on the Bills to start taking off, even the tight end position as well. I like the tight ends that are kind of coming into the league. There's quite a few of them, but I love the Buffalo Bills. Number 5, +21 differential, all right? Week 1, 24-16 win against the Colts. Week 2, 27-14 win against the Panthers. Josh Allen is going to be able to get 9-10 wins this season. They might cap out at 11 if everything goes right? The Jets are going to be fighting with them. I believe they play week 1 as well. It's not going to be easy. I like Le'Veon Bell. I like Jamal Adams, Quinnen Williams, C.J. Mosley. But I think overall, right, McDermott is a better coach than Gase. They have more depth on the Bills. I like the Bills a little bit better, than the Jets. And obviously the Dolphins aren't going to be good either. But they won't be able to beat New England for the division, but I could see them making the playoffs. I really love the Bills as one of my sleeper teams this season in 2019. Number 4 is a team that everyone felt sorry for. Then they got a swaggy quarterback and Odell, and everyone's talking shit now that they're paper champs. I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns, right? 2-0. plus 23 differential. They won week 1 30-10 against the Redskins, and then week 2 21-18 against the Colts. I love Baker Mayfield. I think he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Give him time. Once the old timers start to get a little older, he'll start climbing the ladder like Josh Allen. I like Odell, but he's injury prone. I like Jarvis Landry. His stats will go down. Njoku's will go down at the tight end, but Nick Chubb, stats will go up. Baker will go up. And I love Denzel Ward at corner, one of the best up-and-coming corners in the league, period. Big facts. And Myles Garrett's a beast. They just got to get more pieces around him. Cleveland Browns, another sleeper team that could make the playoffs this season, 2-0 in preseason. Number 3 is a team that's not going to make the playoffs, right? They got an aging quarterback that beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl, but it is time to make a change. It won't be week 1, but I love this quarterback. He's my favorite rookie quarterback in this draft class. It's Daniel Jones. I know Kyler Murray's amazing, but David Johnson will no longer be David Johnson. The O-line is trash. The defense is trash. Kyler will be running for his life. They look like trash against the Raiders, right? Daniel Jones doesn't have a whole lot to work with, but the line is better. There's more weapons. They got Ingram. And once they get Golden Tate and the rest of the receiving core healthy, they'll be able to do something with Saquon and Jones. Week 1, they beat the Jets 31-22, right? He played one series, got a touchdown in that fade route. Everyone's eyes got big. Wow, Daniel Jones looks kind of good. Week 2, 32-13 against the Bears, scored again. Good eye manipulation, good footwork, right? Confident in his teammates, right? Nice arm, good zip. Leader. Went to Duke. It's a basketball school. Who gives a fuck? He's a good player. I like him. He's going to be the guy moving forward for many years to come for the New York Football Giants, the G-Men. Number 2 is the team that wins all the time. You just think, when's Tom Brady going to retire? I'm sick of him, right? That's what most people think, right? Plus 33 in preseason, right, with their win plus-minus differential. Week 1, they beat the Lions 31-3. Beat the brakes off of them. Week 2, 22-17 against the Titans. Obviously, both those teams will probably miss the playoffs, so that's not really a fair matchup. But Jarrett Stidham from Auburn, I'm glad that Oregon with, Justin Herbert doesn't have to play him, but I kind of wish he was still there because they have 2 freshmen when they play in Dallas for, obviously on Labor Day weekend. If Stidham was still there against Herbert, that would be like must-see TV. I'm going to watch it anyway and live stream it, but Stidham has been playing great in both games. Look for him to maybe be the heir apparent to Tom Brady, unless they want to trade him away for more draft stock like they did with Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo. Number 1 is a team that I never thought would be number 1 in my preseason ranking, but they have a plus 42 win plus minus ratio, right? Week 1, 29-0 against the Jags. What happened? Week 2, 26-13 against the Packers. It's Lamar Jackson. He's gotten bigger, stronger. Seems like he's learning the playbook a little bit more. You got Trace McSorley from Penn State, going to be the Taysom Hill, right? You got Hollywood Brown coming in from Oklahoma, right? That was Baker Mayfield's one of his right-hand man type of guy. Also Kyler Murray. Mark Ingram, right? They got pieces on pieces on pieces. Mark Andrews, I love, right? At tight end, he'll be able to take off this season, but no C.J. Mosley, no Sizzle. He's on the Cardinals. C.J. Mosley's on the Jets, all right? You got Earl Thomas, but what Earl are you getting? We don't know, but I like what the Ravens have done so far. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, and Jarrett Stidham. They have played the best football, and you could throw probably Baker in there, even though he didn't play in that second game, as far as preseason is concerned. So hopefully everyone appreciates the grind, my hard work, my voice, and, how much the fans mean to me. I would trade him for cheeseburgers, Jameis Winston. So Panthers fan, hopefully that was answered all your questions there. And like I said, I could have did a top 5 of just like the teams, but I'll wait to do that once we get to week 1, after week 1, and we can go through the real list of all the heavy hitters. Jamarcus over Winston, he says, lean cheeseburgers and donuts. Lean. I love the lean. No, I don't. Uh-oh. Jimmy Fraudopolo. Well, maybe in that first game, but I still believe in him, though. Drop Winston and pick up Tebow. Well, shit, if I was going to do that, I might as well pick up Johnny Football. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for him. I know a lot of people like to give up on people, but with all the adversity that I've gone through, in my life, I like rooting for people. I hope Josh Gordon succeeds and he lays off the weed. Weed, as like Stephen A would say, weed. Skip, right? But, sometimes you only get so many chances, but I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for guys that get injured and they can bounce back. I'm rooting for Jimmy G. I'm not a hater. I root for guys that have had adversity. Makes them stronger, makes them work harder. Guys that have chips on their shoulder. Guys that get drafted late, like Alvin Kamara, my favorite running back in the whole NFL, AK-41, the alien that we nicknamed, right? I'm a Bucks fan. Why in the hell am I a Saints fan at the same time with a lot of these players like Breeze and Michael Thomas? Because I appreciate greatness. You know what I mean? Just because it's the rival team doesn't mean I can't like some of the players. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I speak the truth. So, Mahomes over everyone. Mark Herrera. What it do? Give the Browns 2 more years. Yeah, 2 or 3. You know what I mean? In Vegas, they have them slated as like the second or third team that's getting the most money betted on to not only make the Super Bowl, but to win it. I don't know who's smoking that crack or if they know something that I don't know, with that Baker Mayfield, but there's no way that they're going to go to the Super Bowl, in my opinion, this season and win it. I mean, maybe down the road if they keep building the roster and get a better coach, but that was just shocking to me. Crazy. Chiefs obviously are getting the most bets, but then they have a lot of Cleveland Brown bets that are going in Vegas. So I'm maybe just because of the plus minus and the money that they would have to put to get it. But yeah, that just baffled the shit out of me when I saw that. At work, my boss Karen says hi. LOL, going back to work. Have a good night, bro. Tell Karen I said what's up. Love the channel. I wish nothing but success for you and Marcus. Sean, thank you. And tell your brother thank you for introducing you to the channel. Appreciate y'all. All right, Six Ink. I'll see you later. Thanks for understanding my story. I won't bring it up again because it's easy. Savvy Talk channel. This is a sports channel. Love y'all. No problem, man. I think Suggs showed Ravens defense, or slowed Ravens defense down a little bit. Who's wins the AFC this year? The Chiefs. Bucks need RG3. Oh, shit. RG3, Jamarcus Russell, Johnny Football. Shit, any of those over Jameis. I don't want Jameis. Shit, bring back Brad Johnson, Sean King, Jeff Garcia, Vinny Testaverde. We'll go back. Chris Sims. All my old quarterbacks. Josh Freeman. We'll definitely do that. But, yeah, I've been on the stream for almost 2 hours, so if there's any, last-second questions or any comments that you guys want me to go over, I will. I already did a video earlier today of the hardest hits in preseason week 2, so if you guys want to check something out before you guys go to bed or you guys are settling in, make sure you check it out. It's an awesome video. It has all the hardest hits, the crazy hits of week 2 that I got from Beast Mode Highlights, so make sure you do that. But if you guys don't really have anything else at that point, I definitely got to still get my workout in. Got to watch more tape, more film, do more reading of all the teams because that's the grind and that's what I do. So I think at this point, I'm going to probably just call it a night and then keep doing some more research so that way I can put together something for you tomorrow. And then we'll see if Marcus can come through on Thursday and Friday. I don't know if he'll be in tomorrow, but we'll see. But I do have one question for you. What's your guys' Instagram? Just NW Sport Fanatics. Facebook, Northwest Sports Fanatics, just NW Sport Fanatics. Twitter, Orion _ NWSF. Marcus _ NWSF for Twitter. If you guys go to our YouTube page and you just scroll down and look at the details, it'll have all the links and all the details for our other social media if you want to follow us on there. And subscribe to the channel on your way out, right? Smash the like button until that fucker turns blue. Donate to the channel in the future if you think that we're a great channel and that we're worth it. And I got one last question for you. Who talks sports like us? Northwest Sports Fanatics. Oh, of course I'm streaming tomorrow. Dude, when do I not stream, bro? I did 3 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday by myself, and did on Monday. Mark Herrera followed. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Peace. You guys have a great night. I said it was Monday in the beginning of the stream like an idiot because I've been grinding so hard. Have a happy Tuesday. Troll Patrol, gang, 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 bird gang. Fly, Eagles, fly. Have a great night, you guys. Peace.